A man woke up in the morning and sat by the side of the bed, opening a book with plans for building a treehouse for his daughter and himself. He heard his daughter coughing in the next room and went to check on her. "Are you okay, honey?" he asked. "I am, don't worry," she replied with a smile. "We are going to build a treehouse today. I can't wait to play with you there." Then they went into the kitchen, and the father made a special sandwich for his daughter with a heart on it and a message saying, "I love you, my little girl." The little girl smiled when she received the plate and took her father's hand, giving him a necklace with a small dragon head on it. "This is for you, Dad. I made it last night." The father felt joy in his heart and put the necklace on his wrist. After breakfast, they went into the backyard and started building the treehouse. They were laughing and smiling, enjoying their time together, when suddenly the girl fainted. "You will be okay now," the girl heard as she opened her eyes while lying in a hospital bed. The doctor was next to her with a sad look on his face. Outside the room, the father was sitting and waiting for the doctor. "She won't survive. Her illness has advanced. Today could be her last day," the doctor told him, and the father's life turned upside down. His world was destroyed, and his heart was broken. That evening, he sat next to his daughter's bed, and at one moment, she closed her eyes. The father cried loudly. At the funeral, he stood feeling dead inside, not knowing what to think or do. He came home to an empty house, and his feelings were overwhelming. He became angry at life, took a bottle of wine, and drank. In the following days, he drank a lot of alcohol, didn't eat, and didn't go to work. He gave up on his life, and everything was gray and empty, filled with bad habits. He visited his daughter's grave every day, and one night he fell asleep very drunk next to it. He found himself in heaven. "Father, why are you drinking? You never drank before." His daughter, now an angel, asked him with eyes full of tears. "I'm sorry, I miss you. I don't know how to live without you." "I'm still with you. My necklace and the dragon head will follow you wherever you go." The sound of thunder woke him up. He looked at his hand, and tears fell down his face as he realized that his daughter was not happy with how he was living his life. He was a different man now, broken and unsure of how to move forward. The father thought about it for days, and one day as he walked past a group of people, he heard about a site called BetterHelp, the sponsor of today's video. He checked the site on his phone and read, "You deserve to be happy. At least I can try. There is nothing to lose." He chose the therapy option that was most comfortable for him. Soon, his phone rang, and the father talked with a therapist. A couple of hours after the conversation with the BetterHelp therapist, the father put down his phone, feeling a huge weight lifted off his chest. The next morning, he went into the backyard and continued building the treehouse, plank by plank. 2 days later, the treehouse was finished. "How do you feel today? Did our plan work?" the therapist asked on their next call. "It did. I still feel sad, but I see that life must go on," the father replied. "Losing someone we love is always hard, but we never really lose them as we think," the therapist said. The father smiled sadly, and the therapist continued. "The people we love are always with us through the memories and moments we shared with them. By continuing to live, we make them proud. They are always watching and supporting us from above." The father couldn't believe the words he heard and replied, "I thought therapy was a joke, like most people often say, but it's not. There's a huge difference when you talk to someone who has gone through the same challenges as you and managed to overcome them," the therapist explained. The father thanked the therapist and hung up the call. He climbed up inside the treehouse, looking out at the forest behind the house, holding the dragon head necklace in his hand. When he looked up, he saw his daughter saying, "Daddy, I'm proud of you. We all go through challenging times, but you don't have to face them alone." BetterHelp connects you with a licensed therapist who is trained to listen and give you helpful, unbiased advice. You can do it all from your phone or computer via phone call, video chat, or messaging, whatever you feel most comfortable. It's the easiest possible way to start talking to a therapist. Let BetterHelp connect you to a therapist who can support you, all from the comfort of your own home. Visit betterhelp.com/livingwisdom or choose Living Wisdom during sign-up and enjoy a special discount on your first month.